Thank you for registering, campers. Come sit by the fire and await your counselors, Michelle and Samantha. Welcome to Camp Fear.
Hi campers, and thank you for joining us. Today we are talking about the Weedhacker Massacre, which came out in 2024. It's on Tubi, and this is a riff on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and stars one of the actors from the original. If you haven't watched the film, please do so before watching this because there are spoilers.
So many. How many remakes of bad horror movies can you remake? The cast of a Weedhacker Massacre film where murders occurred 10 years ago, bad acting, bounced payroll checks, and the killer's return threaten what is to become their worst movie ever.
And when they talk about the worst movie ever, they really aren't kidding. So I'm not even sure where to begin with this movie. To talk about, to go scene by scene and talk about this movie is going to be very difficult because while I enjoyed the premise, the execution was all over the place.
Yeah, storylines were very, let's just say interwoven, but not in any sort of canonical manner.
Right. Right. So I think what they were going for, let me know if this is what you got from it. A whole bunch of murders happened like 10 years ago. And then people were going to make a movie about the murders in the same location that those murders happened. And then the guy who was blamed for it has been like hiding out in the woods for 10 years. And he sees that the movie is being made, and he sees this as an opportunity to clear his name. And he's like looking for the script, and there's sabotagery on set by the real killer who's in this like clown type mask, right?
Yeah, it has the cards.
The playing cards,
Poker Face. It was his name.
That's right,
Poker Face.
Which I think was supposed to be a play off Leatherface.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Yeah. And the whole reason that these murders were happening is because the people who own the land grow marijuana on their land, and they were worried someone was going to find the marijuana, or someone did, and they took it, and they were mad. And there was a love story in there. Not really sure.
Which honestly cracked me up because every time he was like, I love you, she was like, whoa, buddy. I thought that was really funny.
You haven't showered in 10 years. You are not Daryl Dixon, okay? You cannot shower for 10 years and still be attractive, okay?
It's a great comparison, actually.
And then by the end, we find out who the real killers are, the Gunters, the weed growers who own everything, who own the land. They're the real killers, and it's a happy ending. I did like the ending.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
What can you really say about this film? Okay, there were some genuinely funny moments in it. Like, I can see the cleverness of the people who put it together. Like, I think one point that made me genuinely laugh really hard was when one of the Gunters was on the phone and he's just got his knife and he's playing with it.
Yes.
And then every time Poker Face went to get the script, he stabbed his hand.
Yes.
That cracked me up so much. So, like, there were some genuinely just very funny gem moments in this. There was one section of editing that I loved. It kind of reminded me very much like Shaun of the Dead type editing, Edgar Wright type editing, where they're setting up midway through. They're like, all right, well, we're going to do this in one take. And they're like, camera, zoom, script, zoom. You know, and so that like section was really good. So I'm like, the bones are there. The skill is there. Ooh, let's just tighten up that editing and script. Like, let's take out one of the plot lines. You don't need it. And just tighten it up a little bit. And I think, but there were some genuinely gem moments in it.
I did some research on the movie, and really there wasn't much out there. So I don't know how it came to be. I don't know if there was a Kickstarter involved. I just don't know how this idea came to be from the guy who's in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He was the driver in it. And I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just the first one, like 2 or 3 times. So I am by no means an expert on Leatherface. So I'm sure there's lots of bits in there that I missed completely because I'm not a Texas Chainsaw aficionado. I don't understand why this movie was made. That's it.
I can agree with that. It's tough to pinpoint a message.
Yes.
In it.
Yes. Well, I mean, they kind of say, how many remakes of a bad horror movie can you remake? And Texas Chainsaw Massacre has been remade like 3 times, I think.
That's a good point, and that is not something I consider. And you've not seen the new with the gentrification, the new one?
Yes, I saw
you
that
saw that?
one. Okay. Yeah, and for me, I was like, yes, this movie, the message is exactly what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Some Gen Z director got his hands on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise and completely destroyed it. Just like in the movie, these Gen Zers go into a town that doesn't want to be gentrified or corrected or anything, and they completely destroy it, and they get hacked into pieces, and that's what should happen to them. I was rooting for Leatherface the entire time.
Right. I mean, and you're not supposed to, but I was too. I was like, the bus scene. Yeah, I know we're talking about an entirely different movie now, but the bus scene, like, I thought that was great.
Yes, that speaks volumes on where we are today.
Yep.
As, a massacre is happening. Let me get my phone instead of helping someone. Okay, so anyway, back to the Weedhacker Massacre of what we're actually reviewing. You mentioned that this only needed to be 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, we were chatting a little bit before we hit record, and if they just, I think, and this is just, doofus on the internet opinion, if they just streamlined what they wanted, they could get it down to 30 to 45 minutes and have it super solid with some of the clever funny parts that we mentioned and some of the clever editing that is there. I think it could have been a really great short film.
Yeah. I mean, I think because there really isn't much meat to this movie, this episode is kind of going to be cut short because there's really nothing to talk about.
I had a hard time focusing, especially through the middle half of the movie. The beginning, I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, we're in for a ride. And then I was like, okay. And when I'm watching these, I try to I leave my phone. I try not to do anything. I'm locked in. Could not lock in on this one. I had a really tough time getting through that.
Are you one of those that you can tell if you're going to like a movie within like the first 30 seconds?
Generally, yeah. I can tell by the preview.
Okay.
The trailer, if I'm going to like it or not.
Okay. You're a trailer watcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love trailers. But lately, trailers give away way too much.
They do.
So I don't watch as many trailers. I used to love watching trailers and being like, yes, no. But I have a harder time because they give away everything, and I don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah.
Too much. Spoilers don't typically bother me. It's just, if you're a trailer, you're supposed to be intrigued. You're not supposed to be, here's the whole plot, and every big thing or big joke is here. Yeah. Like, your bloodiest death should not be in your trailer.
So what did you like about this movie?
I kind of mentioned before, there were some jokes and some clever writing, and the funny parts that really shined and got genuine chuckles out of me. I think every time I say genuine, take a shot, because apparently that's the word of the day. Shot.
So in my notes, I first wrote, I liked that it's in English and that it's in color. I don't really care for black and white movies. I liked the premise. Some kills were pretty good. And they killed the pastor guy, and they just like the weed whacker just like got him like layer by layer. That was cool.
Yeah.
I liked that in this movie they had a female director as the director in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool, and I kind of liked the end of it a little bit.
Did you see the stinger at the end?
No, what?
There was a mid-credit stinger.
Oh, maybe I did. What?
It was
what?
where the poker face was saw a lawyer on.
Yes.
He comes in and is like, well, he's gonna want. I thought that was like, oh, that's funny.
I just finished binge watching Better Call Saul for the first time. So when I saw that lawyer commercial, I was like, oh, that would have been so cool if they got Bob Odenkirk to do it. But
I'll watch anything Bob Odenkirk's in. So,
pretty much, yeah. He's in a new movie here soon.
Ooh.
What did you dislike about it?
Oh, the disjointed storytelling.
That is really funny because that's exactly what I have.
We did not discuss that ahead of time.
No, we didn't.
But yeah, the disjointedness, every time you got into a flow, it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they just didn't go far enough to make it like a nice ebb and flow storyline.
Yeah, like you said, there are 3 stories that were happening at the same time. They definitely could have gotten rid of one of them, but really they just needed the one storyline, you know. So I agree with you. The disjointedness, I thought that it was sloppy, terrible writing, terrible acting, and it was cheaply made. I understand this was a low budget movie and they were really going into the low budgetness, but I think because of everything else that was terrible about it, having the really like low budget special effects, that was just like, okay, this is ridiculous.
Because I think low budget special effects can be super charming and they can work really well if your story is it. Everything comes down to story and writing. You can have and you can see this in Hollywood. You can have the best CGI director, you know, art. You can have the best practical effects. You can have the best actors. None of it matters if the writing isn't good.
Right. That's the writing has to be good, and the audio. Everything else,
audio is king. Oh my gosh.
Forgiven. I have a note on here. I think I liked Popeye's Revenge more than I liked this one.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? Popeye's Revenge was a straight line story. That it comes down to story. I didn't really think to compare it to those. I'm just like, this is what we're watching. This is what we're doing. But yeah, you might be right. And that was not a good movie.
Well, it's I give this the same rating as I did Popeye's Revenge. And so that's what made me think like, ooh, if I was on a stranded island and I could only it would be big. It would probably be Popeye's Revenge over this one. So okay, so how many, if any, because I think 0 might be an option. How many toasty marshmallows?
Gonna have to just stick with the one toasty marshmallow. A single toasty marshmallow.
I am there as well. One single toasty marshmallow. It's not even like gooey and looks good to eat.
It's straight out of the bag. It fell in the grass. You gotta pick it up.
Ants are on it.
And you're like, oh, protein. You know? I would be curious to see other movies of theirs, though, if they've, you know, as they grow. I'm curious enough about that team. Yeah. I would watch something else from them.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, they did give it the old college try, and that's all
good
you can
for
ask
you.
for.
I mean, that's better than just sitting and dreaming about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't mean to sit here and like rag on someone's hard work. Like that's not what we're about. Yeah.
It's an honest review how we feel about it because that's valid. Is it like, same with like the book space. Well, just because an author put a lot of work into that, you can't give it less than 4 stars.
Yes.
No, screw that. Yeah. If it's not for me, it's not for me.
Yeah.
This is not for me.
My movies are out there and some people have just dragged them through the mud. And to them, it's deservingly slow. And that's okay. Like,
yeah, you're allowed to have that opinion.
Yeah.
Please do.
If you think my work sucks, awesome. If you think it's amazing, awesome. Like a view it's a view.
Exactly. Thank you for your help and support.
Yeah.
Regardless if you like it or not.
Regardless if you like it, yeah. But if you have a valid reason not to like something, I will look into that and be like, oh yeah, that can be approved upon and stuff. Yeah. And you know, maybe the Weedhacker people see these reviews and they're like, yeah, you know, if I could do it again, I would, you know, do it this way. So who knows? All right.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.